Hey man, this is about our current generation. The generation where young adults become adults, where we become the future families, the future leaders, the future sports experts, and the future of the world. This next generation and the current generation are doomed. This next generation is doomed, and I'm being 100% honest. We have lost so many things and so many characteristics that made a good generation. We lost the ability to love. We lost the ability to care. We lost the ability to be masculine and to be feminine. We lost the ability to lead without emotion, to lead without constant overthinking, to lead without anxiety. We have created these names, these stigmas of diseases because we couldn't find another reason for it. Simply because we don't feel like we're in a good spot in our lives. That's why we create these names of diseases. They are respectfully and truthfully not there. They're not real. We have honestly just been brainwashed. Dopamine everywhere. Simply, let me put it like this. There has never been more dopamine, never been more entertainment, never been more distractions than in any other year, in any other century, in any other decade. There hasn't been more entertainment, more dopamine ever. So, can you believe that a person could ever lead with their own mind, with their own brain? People have lost their creative ability. They have lost the ability to socialize. They have lost the ability to lead. They have lost the ability to conversate. They have lost the ability to even brainstorm. So the people in this generation that can still brainstorm, that can still think strategically, that can still conversate, those people are rare now. It used to be 90% of people were like that, were born leaders, were born strong, were born feminine and masculine. But now it's something that we have to teach. Now it's something that's not even common. Now it's like you can be whatever you want. There's no barriers to what you want to be. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I'm not speaking upon our generation just being bad. There are some good effects of our generation. We have more digital content, we have more people being open, being free, but that's not necessarily what we want in a nation. That's not what we want in a world, honestly. From my perspective, I believe that a generation, that people in general, should have a theoretical framework, should have a paradigm that's built in already. You have to be a good person. That's the first step in order to be a good nation. We have to be good people. We have to be willing to be better than we were yesterday. Because no matter who they were, the people in the past, no matter who the people were in the past, our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors, they all believed in one thing. They all believed to serve one another. They all believed in something, a creator. They all believed in making a better lives for themselves. But now, some of us have just been conditioned to live a life of complacency, to live a life of comfort. Sorry. It's not only what I've seen, it's not only what I've observed. I've seen it firsthand. I've experienced people in my life, in my circle, even. People that say they're scared of what they could be. People that are scared to go out of their comfort zone. People that are scared to face God because they're lost. They're scared to face God because they are lost. When they hear God's name, they want to scroll past. When they hear God's name, they want to go to another room. Because that's how lost we are as people. That's how lost we are as a society. It's not only our generation, I feel like. I feel like these next coming generations are going to be even more lost, are going to be even overstimulated. They're going to be more stimulated than any of us in our current generation. We might not find love anymore, period. We might not find people caring for one another, period. Also, another thing about our generation is we stop deciding to be patient. We want things right away. When we want love, we choose lust. When we want food, we choose gluttony. When we want to drink, when we're thirsty, we look for what's right in front of us, and that's the sugary drinks. We want to have that instant pleasure. We don't wait for our meals. We don't wait to hunt for our meals anymore. We don't wait to go and walk to the oasis in the desert because we don't have to, right? We become so comfortable. We become so happy with where we are. We become so stagnant, I would say. Because everything is available to us. It's so easy to fall into lust because it's so available. It's so easy to fall into eating unhealthy foods because it's so available. It's so easy to not work out because our beds are so comfortable. It's so easy to not find a conversation online, to not find a conversation in real life because it's easy to go online to speak to somebody. Or it's so easy to stay at your home and just sleep all day or do whatever you do. That's why I say that as a generation and as a society, we need to do better. We need to inspire, we need to motivate those people that aren't willing to push past their limits, that aren't willing to go above and beyond to achieve what they need to achieve. Because when you have everything, you don't try and strive for more. When you have everything, you don't try and strive for more. But when you have nothing, that's when you work tirelessly. That's when your hard work shines. That's when, okay, let's just make that a little more emotional. Let's spark it up a little. When you have nothing, that's when you work as hard as you can to get what you want. When you have nothing, that's when you have the hunger, the starvation, the thirst to work as hard as you possibly can to become something or somebody that you really achieve, that you really want to achieve. When you have nothing, that's when you know if you want to be something or somebody. I feel like my videos have become more shallow as the days pass because it's hard. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's incredibly hard to consistently and to constantly post new content, to constantly try and find a new thing to talk about. But that's one of my problems, one of my flaws as a part of this generation. I've been constantly doom scrolling too. I've been constantly fed with the dopamine. I've been constantly fed with the quotes, with the mentality, with the wisdom. I've been looking at other people's wisdom instead of looking for my own. Instead of trying to get the best of what I can say, try to get the best of what I can do. I've been looking at other people's inspiration, other people's quotes, other people's wisdom, and seeing how can they be this creative? How can they speak that fast? How can they speak with so much vocabulary? How can they speak with such intricate keywords? Like, I want to be like that someday. But I cannot compare with who they are to who I am. Because I can only say so much. I can only do so much. But I know that I can do as much as I please to, as much as I dream to. So although I do look at other people's lanes sometimes, although I do look at other inspiration and quotes, it has been tormenting my creative ability to get the best of what I can do. And that's something that is not only an experience for me, but it's also a universal experience to doing anything, to living any life. You keep looking at other people's boats, lanes, cars, lives. No wonder why we can't find who we are. Identity crisis is what I like to call it. That's all I have today. I hope that resonated with you, and I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow.